Well, hello, good morning. It is Rockin' Larry Lockin'. These are some photos, and you'll see a video coming up here shortly that I took over the Oregon coast last night. Some beautiful light codes. The moon, Moonsy Woonsy, was out in full force. All sorts of starships flying around. You know, that's our disclosure. Hey, you don't need the government. Hey, I'm going to let everybody in on a big secret right here. Big Lair. Big Lair is going to let everybody in on a big secret. Hope you're sitting down for this, but check it out, yo. You don't need the U.S. government to come out and have a press conference to make extraterrestrials exist. That will not manifest them. They're already in existence, have been since the beginning of time, which there was no beginning. But yeah, hey, check it out. They already exist. You don't need the government to tell you that, people. Wake up. Well, hello, Moonsy. Hello, Moonsy. Moonsy, where are you? Moonsy, there you are, Moonsy. Say hi to everybody, Moonsy. Oh, Moonsy Woonsy, Mrs. Golden Moon. Reminds me of an old movie that my grandparents used to love to watch. Seemed like all the time it was called On Golden Pond. Yeah, we used to mock it and refer to it as On Golden Blonde. Yeah, On Golden Blonde. You know, instead of West Side Story, Wet Side Story, that was another one. Yeah. Or instead of grease, lube. Instead of grease is the word, it could be lube is the word that you heard. It's so smooth, it creates feeling. Yeah, lube is the time, is the place, is our notion. Yeah, lube is a what we are using. Yeah. Speaking of that movie Grease, I can't believe it'll be 50 years old next year. I used to have this crazy great uncle. He was actually my great aunt's husband, Uncle Cecil. Man, he was always like, hey, you know something, young fella? And he must have been getting up there in age, because either that or he like telling me the same shit over and over again. But he's like, hey, you know, I know a girl who lives on the hill. I'm like, yeah. She won't do it, but her sister will. And I'm like, do what? He's all, oh, you know, things. Yeah. Of course, being the instigator that I was, would always stay on Uncle Cecil's ass and try to get him to tell me what it was that that girl anyway wouldn't do that her sister lived up there on the hill. Yeah, well, yeah, he never got around to that, though. Oh, the funny things in life. Like that 7:45 to 9 o'clock headache my grandfather would, lo and behold, get every fucking night, it seemed. Yeah, man, he'd get real nervous when Grandma would want to talk to him about something. I mean, it could be just nothing even. She wouldn't even have to say nothing half the time, and he'd be like, what? Oh, no, no. Or the first thing out of his mouth would be, not tonight, Doris, I've got a headache. And I was telling my mom and dad back then, I was a little kid, I'm like, God, Grandpa sure gets a lot of headaches around 8 o'clock, around the time of the 8 o'clock movie. But if Grandma goes to bed and he knows she's in bed, Grandpa's headache goes away. Yeah, I don't know. Not tonight, Doris, I got a headache. Yeah, we were watching the football game one time. My grandma went to bed. It was Monday Night Football. It was I got a photographic memory. It was in 1986. I was 11 years old. And it was the Raiders and Chargers playing. Well, the game I was getting ready to go to overtime. Anyway, my grandpa had passed out snoozing in the couch over, and I was over in the a lazy boy closer to the TV, and I hear Grandpa start shuffling around, and he's all of a sudden out of nowhere, I hear him go, not tonight, Doris, I got a headache. And my grandma had been to bed for about an hour, and I looked over at him, and he looked at me, and, he got his awareness about him. He said, oh, hi, man, because he called me his little man. So, hi, man. I'm like, yeah, hi, Grandpa. And he's all, oh, yo, what's the score? I said, well, it's all tied up. And then, he starts looking around all paranoid. He's all, oh, who's winning? I said, it's tied. He's all, oh, yeah. Your grandmother hasn't been out here, has she? And I said, no, she's asleep. Yeah, but he was always worried about that. Really strange shit, But that's how it goes. Not tonight, Doris, I got a headache.